knocking on your door, and I still can't knock some more. All right, so welcome to the Sunday Vibe for I to knock some more. All right, so this week I had a lot of triggering, mostly because Chiron went retrograde. And Chiron going retrograde is going to, while I'm waiting for my turn. All right, so yeah, Chiron retrograde is going to trigger us. But it is going to be good because it is going to allow us to heal wounds that need to be healed in order for us to be at our best vibration or the best version of ourselves. So for me, my Chiron is in my first house of self in the sign of Gemini, right with my North Node, which is my life mission, and my moon, and my rising sign. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So, like, whenever I feel like I am being misunderstood, it is triggering to me because my number one thing is just like to speak, to communicate, and to express. And so often when I'm doing that, somebody is misreading me or feeling like, oh, let me help this lady. But like, I'm not asking for help just because I'm sharing my experience. Like, I feel like me being honest about what I'm going through or what I'm growing through is helpful to those watching. So if I'm saying it, it's not for you to come over and be like, hey, I wanted to know if you needed healing. I don't. I'm right where I'm supposed to be right now in this moment. And my work is for me to use my triggers, my experience to share and help others. So it's not always about, hey, I'm asking for help. Sometimes it's, this is what's going on. Is anybody else feeling like this? If anybody else is feeling like this, let me share with you what I am preparing to do to circumvent it or to heal it. If you show up to do my work for me, then I can't help anybody else. So let me be. That's where I'm at. If I ask for assistance, give it to me. If I don't, hold it. Because I know a lot of things about a lot of people that I don't share because it's not my place. Like, one thing I learned from reading A Course in Miracles is that the miracle worker, which is us, the individual who is channeling the divine information, must ask Source, is this for me to do? Or are you just telling it to me because I need to know how this person is feeling so that I can navigate this for my own? Because sometimes it's for you to know so that you can hold it and say, oh my gosh, this person is growing through XYZ. Sometimes it's just for you to say, oh my gosh, now I can empathize with this other individual. That's what I see it anyway. You don't have to, but sometimes I'm going to rebuff. Like, if I'm in a space where I'm working through something and it's for me to work through, and you come into my space saying, I came from across the sea because I felt that you will get out of my face. Because I'm needing me right now. I'm needing me right now. And I'm in a place where I need myself really, really a lot right now. Because I'm in a space of transition. I've never done this before. I've never been a full-time entrepreneur. And I am right now. And I have people that I speak to for guidance and support. So just know, like, I'm good. I'm good. Like, ain't nothing falling down around me. I'm not about to go kill myself, which was my number one thing that I always wanted to do was kill myself so much. I was suicidal so much. And I never told anybody because I was ashamed of it. Because I wanted to keep showing up like I was okay. And I think that's a problem. Like so many people, particularly in the spiritual community, are like, I am fully healed and I am Jesus. So you never have humanity. So you never have humanity. Like there's a lot in your energetic emotional body. A lot. And for somebody like me, like I've been holding since I was like 3 years old. So every time I come to a place where I'm trying to do some clearing, I ask, what do I need to do here? Or where is my direction? Like, I know if I'm in a fucked up mood, I know. That's evident to me. But it's also my responsibility to heal it. It's not the responsibility of other persons because the thing is that like even people that I guide in healing, it's their responsibility to do their own work. I don't do it for them. So if you're under the impression that as a healer you go and actually you heal the other person, no, you're just a guide. So you have the skills because you're doing it yourself. If I never do any of my own work, how can I help anybody else? I can't. I can't. Baby. Anyway, so that's what I went through this week. And so this morning, yesterday, I was like, okay, I need to know where the root is on this. Because it has to do with, like I said, being perceived, being seen as something I'm not, or not being seen, or whatever. And I was like, I need to know what this is. I need to know what this is so that I can deal with it. Because my goal is always for me to be as light in my body as possible. So, I mean, and I don't have any shame about having darkness because we all do. We all do. Like that is how we are designed with that polarity. But when I go to that place, here she go. The Queen of Spades. Anyway, so when I go to that place, when I get into a dark zone or where I feel frustrated or kind of grumpy or like a little bitty chihuahua, like a little bitty skittish chihuahua. Like, oh, look how cute that dog. That's it. And so I was like, I need to know what this is so I can deal with it. Because I don't like responding like that to people whenever they try to assist me. Because I know y'all mean well. But, I prefer to be with myself when I'm in those types of spaces. Because for me, it's so important that I rely on myself because I always was relying on something externally. Always, 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 always live my life that way. So it's really important for me to rely on myself. So I have to go through what I'm going through in order for me to get to the end of the line to find the root of the trigger, the thing that I need to find. Because ultimately, this information that I'm obtaining, I'm going to use to help somebody else find their roots. So this morning I woke up and I was laying there and I felt fine. And I got to meditating and, thinking about what I was asking about. And then I kind of had like a clairaudient moment where I heard like something about my neck. And then I rolled a little bit and I felt a pinch And I was like, oh no, because I have stuff to do. I'm trying to finish twisting my daughter's hair, and I'm trying to work, and I'm trying to clean up, and I'm trying to do all these mom things, and have laundry, and all this shit. And so as I lay there, I arrived at the conclusion. And that was because yesterday I kept asking, well, when was the first time that I really felt this um I don't know if it's like stage fright so much as it's just like, because I have to be able to show up here and do this stuff, and I have to be authentic in it. So, I'm working through all of these. Like, everybody's probably like, oh, she's so. No, I'm not. I'm human. So I have shit that I work through too. And that's what this Chiron retrograde is going to show you, that I'm human too. And I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I'm in it. But I kept asking, like, okay, well, when was the first time I really felt this? And because that's what you have to do. You have to go to the time that it was created, and you have to pull it from there. Can't do it from right here. Okay, well, right here, I got triggered because my friend said this and my friend said that, and they didn't see me as I was. Mm-hmm. I got triggered because when I was in third grade, when I was in third grade, I think I was probably 8. Because I think I was 9 in fourth grade. Yeah. So I was about 8. And same age as my little girl. Oh, I can play with my baby today too. Okay, so I was about 8, and I woke up in the middle of the night. Probably because I was stressed to the max about the spelling bee. Only beings like, oh my god, I gotta spell these words in front of the whole school. Oh my god. And I think might have only been like third and fourth grade, right? But I was fucked up about it. And I woke up in the middle of the night and my neck was like fucked up. Like, I couldn't go like this. I couldn't turn any further than this. And like right now it's like in the back. So I mean, I have some range of motion. And this is like a thing that has come up several times for me in adulthood because my posture has been bad, which is a whole other story. And I'm writing my book. So like all of these stories, I need them. Okay. Anyway, so I ended up having to wear a neck brace. And there was a kid who had gotten to like this bad accident who was wearing a neck brace like maybe the month before, and I was like, that would fucking suck, having to wear a neck brace. And man. So I had to wear the neck brace. I wore the neck brace in the spelling bee, and I got out on the word bus stop. Now, I only put one S in it, but I guess I was like, it's one word, so why would it have 2 S's? But it's not one word. It's not even one word. It's 2 words. So why did I get that word? But it's fine. So what I did was, in my bath this morning, I did a meditation in which I went to the spelling bee and I visited myself. And it was so beautiful. Like, I could feel my body remembering that pain and that trauma. And that's so important because that's how you get it out. That's how you, yes, it is done. Of course, I probably still need to revisit that time period because there was a lot. That was a tough year for sure. But I could feel my body remembering what that felt like. And in that feeling, I have felt it but I didn't really know what the root was until this morning. So if my neck hadn't twinged, if I hadn't had all these triggering experiences throughout the week of like not being seen as I was or miscommunicating or all these different things that Chiron is triggering in me, I wouldn't have been able to revisit myself. And I remember in the visualization, I touched my face. And when I touched myself in this visualization, my inner child, that is when I felt safe enough to let it out. And I started hearing what it was. I wanted to win. I wanted to win. If I won, then they would know I was smart. If I won, then they would know that I was intelligent. Because, I grew up in a white school, and that year was really, really hard for me. The teacher, a white bitch, a white woman, was really, really ugly to me. And the boys in my class, all white ones, were always picking on me. And I felt very alone and stupid, because when I would ask questions or when things would happen or I wouldn't understand something, I would not get the support that I needed. And I remember that was the year too that I went to my dad's office with my report card. I got a 72 in math because I did not understand fractions and I wasn't getting any help. And there were even times when my dad would sit and do homework with me and we would have the right answers and I would get the homework paper back and it would have like a C on it. And I wanted to win the spelling bee because I wanted to be seen as I was. And, in that moment where I was with myself in the tub, I also am hearing, you got to know it. You have to know it. And that's what I was telling myself, the baby in there that was wanting to be seen, wanting to be validated as intelligent and wanting to be seen as powerful and strong and smart. And I just was letting her know that she has to know it, And my friend earlier this week, when I was telling him how I was feeling about, showing up to meetings and things like that, where people were seeing me as sexy and an option for them versus an intelligent strategist, he was like, well, you have to know it. And I'm like, yes, I know that. But once again, like, you can't heal stuff like that from the surface. Like, if you don't know where you need to go to hit it, and it's almost like with my nerve pain in my neck, it's almost like that. Like, it's got to be so that you can say, okay, I know exactly what this is. And that is what Chiron is going to do for us in this retrograde period. So my hope is that the people in the Growth Warrior group really take what I say in the Chiron retrograde readings and pay attention to what comes up for them so that they can heal. Because otherwise, it's just going to keep on. And you can still have an enjoyable life. But just like I was saying about my son yesterday, in wanting him to deal with his 16-year-old trauma that he's experiencing right now, is when he turns 40, is he going to have instances that trigger 16-year-old Terrence, but 16-year-old Terrence hasn't dealt with the feeling, and then so he's not dealt with it. It's important for you to deal with that stuff, because if you don't, you be grown as hell still getting upset about things that happened to you when you were a kid. And I was telling Chiron yesterday on the Instagram Live, and she was giving me information about, how to be more feminine. Because I was going off in all the spaces. I was like, niggas always wanna, and they always, because I was upset. And I'm entitled to that, And if you don't like it, that I get upset sometimes, well, don't watch. go somewhere else. Sometimes I get fired up. Sometimes I get fired up. I'm entitled to that, you know. But she was like, you don't have to be super aggressive and all. And I was like, yeah, that's true. But sometimes, it just comes out that way. But it's because there's a wounded child in there that is like, I want to be seen. I want somebody to see me. I want somebody to see me. And, doing the work I did this morning and continuing and starting the journey on next Sunday is about uprooting that. Like, let's get to the point where I can trust somebody to come and be with me, because I have trust issues. Like, I am afraid of you niggas. Like, every time I let one of y'all in my space, it be some bullshit. So, like, I want my partner to come in, but I have to be able to receive him as well. you know. So Michaela's screaming again. I don't know. I mean, I've never been an autistic child, so I don't know. I just know that, like, I be up here trying to make videos that sometimes have screaming in them, because she was screaming on the live yesterday. But also, okay, so we've got Sun going into Leo, and this is kind of long, but I'm just sharing here. So you don't have to watch it. If you don't, oh well. If you don't like it, click off. But yeah, we've got Sun going Leo, and Sun loves Leo because it's his home sign. So it is pretty much, this is the time in which you boss up. You allow your light to shine, and you just let yourself flex however you are, because we're all on a healing journey. Even people who are pretending that they are perfect and they are in this elevated sense of fucking perfection. Okay, sis. Okay, brother. That's totally fine. But, like, people can see on you where you're still wounded. Just like I was saying, like, my friends can see my wounds. And I know my wounds. But if I'm acting like I'm not wounded, then I can't help myself either. It's about acknowledgement. So, like, acknowledge that you're where you are right now. Acknowledge that you're where you are right now, so that love can come into your life. I have the Knight of Cups and 4 Wands right here, or four clubs. So, like, an offer is going to be made. But, like, if you don't think that you're a bad bitch and that you deserve it, you're not going to get it. So what you can do is recognize that you may need to do some healing, just like me. It's okay. It's okay. But the person coming into my life is going to also be healing. So they're not going to be judging me and shaming me for needing to heal, because they also will be healing. And recognize that source is all around you. Recognize that love is all around you. That you have love. My kids are loving. I see a lot of women feel like they are lacking because the men that they're choosing in their lives don't want to love their kids. And I've had it happen to me. And the thing is that, like, you don't need somebody to love you that bad that you're willing to forfeit your kids and your job and responsibility as a mother for these relationships. Because there are other men out here, and there's somebody who is willing to parent with you, even with difficulties. Even my daughter has a multitude of things going on, but there's somebody for me too. And I'm not going to settle for anybody other than the person who is going to accept me as a healing person, with 2 kids. So if you're not ready to do that, then don't step over here. And you know what it takes for you to get to the point? Just like the Queen of Spades, fucking boundaries. Fucking boundaries. No, we don't accept anything other than what has been written. What has been written. Remember, I was talking about what I wrote last week? What has been written, that is it. That is it. I deserve what I wrote. And Chiron was asking me, well, do you know what you need? And I write my petition based on my needs and my wants. But when she was asking me, I was kind of like, well, I mean, no. But it's because, like, I mean, I do everything. So I need a helpmate. I need a partner. I need a partner who is ready to parent with me, you know. But I'm still healing, so I'm okay. Like, I'm all right. Like, I have hated myself my whole entire life. So when I came to the point where I didn't, like, I'm enjoying myself. So I'm not in a rush to replace me with somebody else. So when I do meet my partner, they're going to have to respect that it's me and them, and should be me and them. So if they don't have a relationship with themselves, that's not going to work either. Because you need to be able to respect and understand what it means to have a relationship with yourself and to put that at the forefront. Because when I say that, what I mean is I am connected to my source. My God is my provider. And I speak to my source, my creator, all the time. It's me and them. I say them, they, because I feel like it's a masculine, feminine energy, but also that the creator is also made of light and dark. I don't think that it is a split like they try to make us feel like. So, them, they, duality, feminine, masculine. Sometimes up, sometimes down, we'll get on your ass. You know, like, it just is. So I'm just like, if a person can't accept all of those things about me, then they don't need to try, because I'm to the point where I'm in my Queen of Spades energy, and I know the Four of Pentacles is about, to me, about lacking. I don't lack anything. I have everything I need. I have the tools I need. I have the skills I need, and everything that I require will be provided for me until the time that my partner does arrive here. So I'm not tripping. But like I said, I see a lot of women willing to sacrifice themselves and their children for any partner. You shouldn't want just anybody. You should want the person that is aligned with you, that can accept you as a human. Everything about you. Not just if you become perfect. If I get perfect, then you'll choose me. I mean, who wants to fucking be perfect? If I was perfect, I would be dead. To be honest. There are no perfect people. And then it'd be imperfect people wanting somebody perfect. The reason why you want somebody perfect is because you know you're not perfect. How about go learn to love yourself as you are? And then find somebody else, and together you become a star. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have today. So I just want to talk a little bit about Chiron retrograde and Leo sun moving into Leo, and just sharing my story of my trauma, because that's what I do. Like, if I acted like I was perfect, y'all would be like, well, what the fuck did she do? What does she know? So I have to share it, and I have to be confident in knowing that, like, I'm safe and protected. Like, it doesn't matter what I say here. This is my space. Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys next week. And if you're looking for anything, any support from me, brand strategy, marketing strategy, personal development strategy, how to boss up in any space, I will put the information down below, and try to get a trigger transmutation guide in this time, because you gonna be triggered, okay? So you want to know what to do with it. All right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.